For science, I just was fundamentally curious. I think from my youngest days, I was just really curious about how things worked. And so finding those patterns and the understanding of how the world worked was always sort of innate. There's always a joke around my family that whenever we had a service person come in, like, air conditioning is broken and somebody came in to fix that, I'd be just, being very annoying, peering over their shoulder, trying to check out exactly what was going on, really trying to understand how things worked. So my dad was actually the first in his family to go to college. And so I think he knew firsthand the value of education. They weren't scientists, my parents, but I think that thirst for knowledge or learning about the world and being ever curious was instilled pretty early on. And I think also with that came, I guess, some expectations. My dad is always famous for saying, reach for the stars and try to do something ambitious. And so that was ingrained. Alongside that, I think some of the qualities like humility was pretty important in my family growing up, that even though you can achieve things, there are others who can achieve maybe bigger things. You just have to have humility for the world that it is and how big it is and all the possibilities. I think another value there growing up was perseverance, that it's not going to be an easy journey. When you're trying to do something ambitious, then by definition, there are going to be failures along the way, and you have to work through those and sort of expect that things would not be smooth. So that's something else I learned pretty early on growing up. And so then all of that really just translated to entrepreneurship, because as I grew older, I was like, how can I use that to improve people's lives or make a societal impact? So the entrepreneurship piece really started to come in by knowing that I wanted to learn a lot about science, but then wanted to apply it for the greater good or produce some kind of end impact in people's lives using that. So that was, I think, some of the key pieces growing up.